Welcome back to Coffee Time. Get you another cup of coffee. Enjoy the rest of the program today. Special guest in the studio is Mrs. 4-H herself, Becky Persons.
Thank you, Mr. TV, Tommy Combs.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
You look good.
Well, thank you.
And you're a busy person. 4-H is a busy time.
Well, this is a very busy time, but, I think we've almost gotten to the place where there's not much downtime. Maybe 2 weeks in December. That's really about it. And we are rolling. We're wrapping up our school programs, but we have a lot of special things going on in May and awards days, and we're just busy all the way through June.
Then you get into summer camp. You got to go to camp.
Yes, we're going to camp twice this summer, and then we roll right into July. Is not a big programming time, but that's the time when we have to get all of our final reporting numbers in.
September, you start all over.
Well, we have to have our plan of work in by August 1st, and then we start scheduling, and then, we're hitting the ground running in September.
Good deal.
So let me just back up and say that it is National 4-H Volunteer Week. And so I brought you a special thank you for you and the TV station for just being a community partner. It's always great to be able to tell people out there, our viewers, what kind of things are coming up. And so we'll just start with that. So this week we are posting some photos of some of our volunteers with some of our 4-H'ers. Pat's working on that right now. And we'll be continuing that this week. It's also the beginning of the Tractor Supply Paper Clover celebration that we do twice a year.
Yep.
And so it's time for people to pick up that clover when they go into Tractor Supply. So there's sort of some overlap there. Danny's already hard at work. He started it early this year. I think he started in February, meeting with our 4-H'ers who were interested in being on our forestry contest team.
I think this week or next week they're going to state.
May the first.
May.
Saturday, Friday
Something
or Saturday
like that,
in May. So it's coming up fast. And they've been, of course, he started with them, as he always does, in the classroom, learning what they need to learn. But the last several practice sessions, they've been going outside with their clipboards. They've been using their compasses and doing their pacing, and they're heavy into tree ID.
Listen, it amazes me that a 10-year-old young boy or girl can identify 100 trees.
It is amazing. It is amazing. They can identify more than I can. And they get quite excited about it, especially when they see one of those rare trees. So they'll be hard at it tomorrow afternoon. I hope it doesn't rain. When it rains, a lot of times Danny will bring clippings of various trees in for them. And we have a volunteer who helps as well with that, Daniel Hogue. And he has a lot of different trees on his property. So we're able to get them to see a lot of things in a short amount of time.
Now, is every school in Walker, you just do Walker County? You got extended?
No, I just do Walker County, the Walker County area, unless I'm helping with a regional event like one of our animal projects.
Is every school represented?
Yes, I don't see the same grade level of students when I go into every school, but I am in that school community somewhere. Some school communities even have an after-school activity, and that gives some boys and girls who might not see me on my regular visits, that gives them a chance to do an activity with me once a month. Of course, our summer camp camperships are open to anybody. And we have a lot of boys and girls from Valley and from Lupton and from Summerton Christian going this year. And then we have a few going from other schools. So,
and we want to remind everyone, homeschoolers are welcome.
Homeschoolers are welcome. We have a huge group of homeschoolers. They're represented on our forestry and wildlife teams, especially girls on the wildlife team. We have a bunch of homeschool girls.
That's amazing.
They are, yes, they're having a great time. And we have a very active homeschool bunch. It's called the Homeschool Friends Club, and they start with Clover Buds. That's ages 5 through 8. A whole bunch of them.
5 years old. Clover Buds.
Yes, and they are an enthusiastic bunch and eager to try everything. So it's a good way for them to get to know what kind of things they'll do when they turn 9 and can be an official junior 4-H'er. But that club is hosting our county roundup. It will be next Monday night. And we're excited because they have a lot of participation, but we have some other boys and girls from some other clubs, a couple who go to Summerton Christian, and we will also have 1 or 2 students from Lupton, and I think maybe Valley. I didn't bring that list with me.
Now, brag on, we got a young lady that's an ambassador from Summerton Christian.
We do. Her name is Audrey Perry, and she is finishing her 3rd year as a state ambassador.
Wow.
I am really happy for her. I know she's got great things ahead of her, but we're going to miss her tremendously here in Walker County. I believe she's come to be on Coffee Time. It's been a while. Her schedule's pretty busy.
She's been with us.
But we have another young lady, Lily Kate Clark, who goes to Jasper High, and she was going to come with me today, but she had an unexpected school commitment. So we're going to schedule her for another visit.
Good deal. Bring her on in.
She can put on her green blazer and
now there's scholarship monies kind of help these.
There are scholarship monies now. The ambassador program offers scholarships through the 4-H Foundation, and Audrey Perry received one of those. Those are for graduating seniors. And then they also offer we have other scholarships through Alabama 4-H that are for children, not just graduating seniors. So all of those applications usually open up, it starts probably in December or January, and the children have time to start looking at which program areas they might be interested in and getting their resumes together for that. We have a lot of students who I go around and give out 4-H graduation cords. That's always fun. I've got several of those to pass out this year. And then this is the time when we're looking ahead to new ambassadors for next year. So Lily,
what age is, you have to be a 10th grader or above?
10th grader.
Okay.
Going into 10th grade. You can be in 9th grade when you apply, but you have to be going into 10th grade the next school year. And so we have 2 who have made it through the preliminary steps of submitting a written application. They had a short Zoom interview, and now they have their in-person interviews in May. But our fingers are crossed. I'm very hopeful that they will both be.
That helps those young students to do personal sit-down interviews.
It does, and honestly, for our students who are our 4-H'ers who apply, most of them already have that experience in one way or another. A lot of them are plugged into other teen leadership programs, and a lot of times they've already had to do that, or they are just starting. Maybe if they're in 9th grade this year, they're just starting to do that as they're looking ahead to high school. But it's a tremendous life skill as well as a career development skill. And so, yes, they're encouraged to do it, and we have practice sessions to help them get ready.
I hear you.
So
that's good.
And we do have next week at County Roundup, we do have some of our older teens who may be there participating in a contest, but they're also going to be there to show some of these leadership skills to the younger boys and girls.
Now, is there still room for camp, or are you full up?
No.
You're full.
We were full. We were full by the 1st of February.
Okay.
And we just can't seem to get any extra spots. But this year what happened is because we were full, we continued a waiting list like we always do. And when we had 1 or 2 people who contacted us to let us know that they've had a sports conflict come up or something like that, we have been able to pull a couple of people off the waiting list. So I always tell kids not to give up. I mean, we could end up with someone getting sick the week before, and we could still pull those few people off that waiting list. But those 24 spots are full, and but they added teen camp last year, which is just for 14 through 18-year-olds. That pulls a few spots away from those 14-year-olds who might be going. And I think the 14-year-olds enjoy going with the older teens.
Where is the camp located?
It is outside of Columbiana on Lay Lake.
Lay Lake.
And we get in the lake. We also get in the pool. So it's a lot of fun, and we all come home after two busy days.
4-H, since you and I were in 4-H as our teen years, has changed a little bit.
It has. We have some new things, but we still have some of the old things. And one of the things I need to do this week is take some bluebird plan from, and you might remember this, this is from way back. I can't even remember when we first started doing this, but it was part of the rotating plans for the Wood Science Project. And every 4th or 5th year, boys and girls would build a bluebird house.
Yes.
So I found some of those old plans when I was cleaning out a file cabinet, and I'm going to take them out to the county lake and put them in the little boxes out there.
Oh, that's neat.
If anyone wants to come pick up a plan, they've got that old plan, that old 4-H plan. It's still a good one. And they're putting new bluebird houses out at the lake. And it would be nice to see some 4-H ones out there. So that's something that's kind of old and new. And but a lot of new things that are fun. $15 challenge, which is you spend $15 or less on an outfit that you buy at a thrift store or a yard sale, and you model it and you talk about your outfit and how it suits your personality.
Oh, man.
And see, I could see you doing that. I could see you doing that.
I would be good at that.
So
now we still got chick chain running strong.
Oh, chick
and
chain.
Pig chain,
yes.
I guess that's what you call it.
Pig squeal.
Okay.
It's a pig. Can you call a pig?
I cannot.
No, well, I can pretend to. I don't really know how to do it. Yes, we're set for chicken pickup on May 15th. On May 18th, I believe, is our pig squeal show and auction. So these projects kind of overlap. And with pig squeal, the participants get 2 baby pigs. They were supposed to be about this big when they arrived in January. They were actually a little bigger because the delivery was delayed because of some of that crazy weather we got. So some of the pigs were maybe close to 100 pounds instead of 50 pounds. They were big. They are now, I went to 2 pig visits this past week, and these pigs they're about 100 to 120 pounds. So they're really big. I did not get into the area. I stayed on the outside of the fence. But it's really fun to watch them. One of the pigs I saw this week came out of his area. He had been bathed so that he was nice and clean for the visit. And the first thing he did was come out, run around, kick his heels up, and go straight into his mud puddle, roll in the mud.
That's a pig deal.
Well, he was filthy, but you know what? He was having a good time. That was
and
one.
The chick chain program's been around many years, and it is super.
It has. It is. This is our 10th year, I believe. The only year we didn't do it was the COVID year, and we don't have as many participants this year as we normally do. I thought we'd be swamped with more participants than we had chickens for. But so that's been a surprise. But honestly, just having the small number is enough because we do workshops with the children to help them get ready for showmanship. We go out and we vaccinate the chickens for fowl pox, which is a big thing. You know, as you know, it was last year. It is again this year. We've been fortunate. We have not had a problem with it here in Walker County, but a lot of counties do. So, and we use volunteers for that program as well. Jeff Mohan ag teacher for 30 years, helps us with that one. He puts his overalls on and he goes out.
And with the price of eggs in 6 months, they'll be laying.
Well, they will. So by October, when our show comes around, that's about the time we usually have our first egg. And yes, I wish I could have chickens in my backyard. I hate having to pay $5 a dozen for eggs.
Oh, my goodness, my goodness. Special guest is Becky Persons, 4-H, right here in Walker County. Does a great job, been with it many, many years. And she invites you, come and join.
Well, come and do. If you're not seeing me at your school or in your community, and some people see me at the grocery store, or they see me at Walmart. I was at Walmart this morning and I saw somebody. Just come see us at the Extension office, and you can sign up online. You can enroll online. I don't have to see you every month in a regular meeting. Ask your friends. I had one of my in-school students text me last week, and she said, I have a friend who's homeschooled. Can she be in 4-H? Absolutely. The more the merrier. Now, the first opportunity, if somebody is anxious to come participate in something, is we are doing a special day camp on April 30th. That's in a week? Yeah, in a week, or less than a week. That is a day when the city and county students are out of school. They are calling it an E-Day, or they've been calling it an E-Day, so we've started calling it E-Day at the E-Office.
E-Day.
And we're going to be doing some agriculturally related things. We're going to be talking about cows. We have one of our animal specialists coming. We're going to be playing some relay games, I hope, involving cows and cattle information. We'll be talking about some of the crops that grow here in Walker County and in Alabama. And rumor has it that Cade Grace, one of my former 4-H'ers from many, many years ago, may be showing us how a cotton gin works.
Come on,
and that's always fun. In fact, you should come by, Tommy, if you're free.
Now, we're talking about children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. Get them involved.
Yes.
What age do you actually start with the 5-year-olds?
5 to 8-year-olds are clover buds.
Okay.
They can participate. It's on a sort of not as, they don't go out of town. They don't do animal projects. But, and when they do competitive events, they're not ranked like with a first, second, or third place ribbon. We give them all a ribbon.
And it's all the way through age 18.
Yes, so from 9 to 18, then you're into going out of town, traveling, representing Walker County as an ambassador, maybe even going on a national trip.
Sure.
Yes, the more the merrier.
And the number to call you?
205-221-3392.
And go online?
You can go online to our webpage, get any information you need there. If no one's there, if it's not during work hours and you call, please do leave voicemail. There's information about which number to punch to get to which machine, but leave us a message and someone will get back to you about your questions for your family.
Becky, thank you so much for coming in today. Come back soon again.
Thank you.
We'll talk about 4-H some more.
Yes, we will.
All right. Thank you so much. We're going to take a break. We'll come right back with more Coffee Time.